Bonjour, comment allez-vous? Hello, how are you? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Anubhav. If you have already subscribed to my channel, press the bell icon to get the latest updates. In today's class, we are not discussing anything new as such. We are just going to discuss some tips for CBSE Term 2 exam, Class 10 French 2021-22, which is going to happen tomorrow, 21st May 2022. Right. Now, this is the last video which I am uploading before the exam. Okay, doubts will be cleared in the comment section itself, and since I also have an exam tomorrow, and once I get the question paper, tomorrow's question paper after the exam, I will be uploading the answer key. Okay, anyways, let's start with a few tips. Tip number 1: suppose you wrote a word, say you want to write étudiant, but by mistake you wrote some wrong spelling. Maybe like this. You wrote it wrong, right? So, how will you correct it? Just to put a single line and then write the correct one. Okay, no need to smudge like this with or scratch like this with the pen. Okay, it looks very bad, right? It doesn't look good. So, if you committed a spelling mistake, just put a single line and then write it. Like a majority of these tips will be helpful for you in your future exams of any subject. Okay, for a subjective paper specifically. Second one, always start a new section of the question paper on a different sheet. For example, the last question of this is your sheet. Okay, here your section B is ending. Okay, here your letter is getting over. Now you have to start with lesson section C, grammar, right? So what you do, here only you have written section C, and then you have started attending the questions. That doesn't look good. Okay, for presentation, it's always better to start the new section from a fresh page. Okay, so instead of starting right from here, move to the next page, write PTO here. Okay, please turn over, and from here you can do section C. Tip number 3, leave lines between questions. Suppose question number 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you have attempted like this. Now leave a line, then do question number 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will look neat. Okay. So leave space between two consecutive questions. Question number 4, number the questions properly. For example, you are writing the answer for question number 3 part 2. Okay, but by mistake in the answer sheet you wrote answer you have written for 2 only, but corresponding to that answer you wrote question number 3 part 3. So that answer will be considered of question number 3 part 3, and hence it will become wrong, right? Because evaluator needs to check so many papers on a single go that they don't really have the time to judge whether like the questions are numbered properly or not, right? They are not going to see that. They will just see that, okay, question number 3 with 3, it's this is the answer. If it's correct, marks given. If it's not, marks deducted, right? So number the questions properly, answer them accordingly. If you are writing for question number 3 part 2 the answer, then in the margin you should write part 2 only. Okay, question number 3 part 2, simple. Question number 5, yes, very important. Attempt that many questions only as much as you are required to. 40 marks paper, right? Many questions have options to choose from. Don't think of attempting extra questions just by thinking that the evaluator might give extra marks. No, it's not. Attempting extra is actually not allowed in any exam. Okay, you should be attempting that much only as much you are asked by the question paper. Okay, 40 marks you are asked to attempt for 40 marks, attempt for 40 marks only. From 3 questions you are supposed to do 2, then do 2 only. Don't do extra question because that would be nothing but a wastage of time and efforts. Okay, so do that many questions only as much as required. Next one. Yes, you have within a question you have several options. Now how to choose which ones to attempt? Suppose out of 7 you are to attempt 5, then attempt those 5 in which you are most confident. Okay, क्या क्या अभी हमने डिस्कस करा? पॉइंट नंबर 1, अगर कोई स्पेलिंग मिस्टेक होती है तो सिंपली एक लाइन ऐसे ऊपर ऐसे लाइन डालिए, काटिए और फिर करेक्ट स्पेलिंग लिखिए, ठीक है? पॉइंट नंबर 2, आंसर शीट में नया सेक्शन नए पेज से शुरू करिए. पॉइंट नंबर 3, दो कंसेक्यूटिव क्वेश्चंस के बीच में 1 लाइन या 2 लाइन स्पेस छोड़िए. पॉइंट नंबर 4, क्वेश्चंस की नंबरिंग प्रॉपर्ली होनी चाहिए, प्रॉपर होनी चाहिए. आंसर्स भी आपको उसी हिसाब से ठीक से लिखने चाहिए. इस जस्ट जो आंसर आपने लिखा है वो क्वेश्चन नंबर से मैच करना चाहिए, ठीक है? देन उतना ही अटेम्प्ट करिए जितना आपको कहा गया है. एक्स्ट्रा क्वेश्चंस अटेम्प्ट नहीं करने. एंड जिन जिन क्वेश्चंस में आपको ऑप्शंस दिए गए हैं उसमें से वही ऑप्शन चूज करिए जिसमें आप सबसे ज्यादा कॉन्फिडेंट हो. Point number 7, take care of the spellings and axiomarks. Spelling and axiomarks. Axiomarks are what? Accent aigu, accent circumflex, accent grave, right? Accent tremor and the cedilla. These are the 5 accent marks in French. Now, like in the answer scheme of the sample paper, it's given that minor spellings can be overlooked, but that does not mean that they will be overlooked for sure. It depends on the evaluator, okay, on the strictness of the evaluator, that whether they are cutting the marks for a long accent or not. So I would recommend you to write the correct accent and correct spelling. Okay, स्पेलिंग आपको सही लिखना है, एक्सेंट भी कोशिश करिए कि आप सही लिखिए. नेक्स्ट वन वी हैव फॉर कॉम्प्रिहेंशन. Many of my viewers have said this, that how to understand or how to in fact attempt the unseen passage question if you are not able to understand a few words, because we cannot comprehend the whole passage. This thing has been tackled in my revision video for unseen passage, in the video tips for unseen passage. I guess it's of 27 minutes, right? In that video, I have told that in case such an issue happens, then search for keywords from the questions. From the questions, search for keywords. Now look for keywords in those keywords in the passage to find the answer. This will help in case you are not able to comprehend the whole passage. Some people read the questions first and then they go back to the passage. Some people read the passage first and then go to the question. It's up to you. Okay, both approaches are fine. It's just that follow the way in which you have been doing. Okay, if I talk about myself, be it English, Hindi or this thing, what? French. In my school, I have always read the passage first and then did the questions. But there were many of my friends who did the opposite, and it was completely fine. Okay, so no need to be tensed about, okay, we should do like this, we should do like that. No, both approaches are fine. Writing skills, right? Making a box, important. You can't avoid that. For the sake of neatness, just above the top line, leave a line for the sake of neatness. Then write the date, the place, opening salutation, comma. From here, first para, leave a line. Then the body, leave a line. Then the third para. Then either on the left or on the right. It's your choice for signing off. Okay. If it's an informal one, be safe. Then XYZ. Don't write your actual name within the answer sheet. Like in the first place, there are a few places where you need to write your roll number, your name, and then subject code, all that things, right? But within the answer sheet, as in when you are attempting the questions, it is said not to put anything which reveals the personal identity. Okay, because the answer sheets go to the checker, the person who checks, the evaluator, in anonymous manner. Okay, so that's why, to avoid any sort of bias. So don't write your actual name in after signing off in the letter. Okay, write ABC XYZ, or if you are given a name in your question, write that name. अगर आपको आपके लेटर पत्र लेखन के प्रश्न में कुछ नाम दिया गया है तो आप वो नाम लिखिए. आपको अपना असली नाम लेटर के साइन ऑफ कर लेटर को साइन ऑफ करते वक्त नहीं लिखना. Go for XYZ or ABC. Right. There are a few general things which you can memorize for writing skills, because the questions will be based from chapter 4, chapter 7, chapter 8, plus either lead, outline form, and non-binomial. Right. So preventing the pollution, saving the environment, importance of saving the environment. These three are very important. Then your visit to the library, what all you did, how did you get the reader's card the lecture, recommending a book to read, any book which you are inspired from, why do you like reading, why do you like going to the library, some common questions from chapter Presley. And from outline form, how to stay healthy, giving advice to someone who is not well, right, or someone who is spending too much time on computer. So give some talk about some health risk, like eyes can be harmed, right? It could be harmful for the eyes, it would be harmful for the physical health, right? And then go for the points, like do exercise, do physical activity, all that stuff, taken from this chapter, outline form. Right. Now these are few questions which you should prepare, some key points you should have in mind. Then we have grammar, already been discussed a lot of times on my channel. They have been the comprehensive grammar revision video, concept revision for tenses, subjective questions on every grammar concept. So you can watch those videos, of course. They are helpful. They would be helpful. And I guess Meteo Tokovenable is the compulsory question which you need to attempt. And then you have an option from 3 questions, tubular question, pronoun possessive, and there's one more, yes, direct and indirect speech. Now out of these 3, you have to do 2, right? So attempt those 2 in which you are most confident. Then we have culture de civilisation. I guess in sample paper there were 7 or 8 questions. I guess 8 questions if I'm not wrong. 9 questions I discussed in my culture de civilisation part 1 video. 9 questions in part 2 video. So a total of 26 questions. 26 questions from these 3 chapters have been already discussed. So you can prepare those 26 questions and you can have a 1 or 2 time reading of entire content from the textbook on to class 10. And if you find anything like in which you have doubt within the textbook, then also need not to worry. I have comprehensive videos on each and everything of Ontogen class 10, like Ontogen class 9 and Ontogen class 10. Entire textbook, these 2 textbooks have been discussed on my channel. Okay, so you can watch those videos. Then, time management. Yes, practice time management. Like, try to complete the paper in that much time, after which you have some time to revise as well. You are left with some time to revise as well. Okay, try to attempt in that much time. Now suppose you are getting stuck in a question, you are thinking about the solution, thinking, 10-15 minutes elapsed and you didn't move further. Will it be beneficial? No, right? So suppose you get stuck in a question, leave some space, okay, then move to the next question. After you attempted the whole paper, when you are revising, then go back to that question and then think of the solution. Okay, like need not to waste time on a single question, need not to waste so much time on a single question. Okay, you can move ahead, and then once you are done with all the questions, then you can go back to the questions where you need to think more. Okay, and then you can properly think and then you can write the answer. Now when you are revising, what all things do you check? फर्स्ट थिंग, चेक द नंबरिंग। चेक करिए कि आपने सारे क्वेश्चन ठीक से नंबर करे हैं या नहीं करे। जो आंसर्स आपने लिखे हैं क्या उनका क्वेश्चन नंबर सही है या नहीं है, ठीक है। चेक वेदर यू हैव अटेम्प्टेड ऑल द क्वेश्चंस। ये देखिए कि आपको जितने क्वेश्चंस अटेम्प्ट करने थे 40 मार्क्स का पेपर, जितना आपको क्वेश्चन पेपर ने कहा है अटेम्प्ट करने के लिए, क्या आपने उतना अटेम्प्ट करा है। चेक दैट। ऑल्सो डू चेक कि जो आपने क्वेश्चन स्किप करा था वो आपने अटेम्प्ट कर लिया या नहीं करा, या कोई क्वेश्चन स्किप तो नहीं हो गया गलती से। प्लीज चेक दैट। And lastly, check for the spelling and grammar. Of course, it's a language paper. Spelling and grammar need to be taken care of. Okay, so one last thing. If everyone gets the same paper the way it was in term 1, then around 2 to 3 students, 2 to 3 viewers, 2 to 3 of you guys, okay, can send me your question paper on mail, amodafonse@gmail.com. You can get this mail on typed format if you want it. Okay, you can send me the PDF form or pictures of the question paper which you got. I want 2 to 3 question papers just to confirm that everyone got the same set of questions. Okay, once that has been confirmed, I can work on solving the paper and then I can discuss the answer key, right? So that thing can be done very well. Now lastly, best wishes from my side, all the best. You guys can say all the best to me as well because I do have my paper tomorrow. Okay, so still all the best guys. I hope I was good. Can't really say that. I hope that I was a good companion in this journey to prepare for the paper. Okay, and I really hope that you all will do good. You feel anything to ask, just put a comment. Don't hesitate. You can put a comment. I will try to clarify it as soon as possible. And tomorrow you also have your exam. I also have my exam. Once the exam is over, do let me know how did it go. Okay, and then I'll discuss the answer key. So yeah. See you after your exam now. So say to Pujudi, that's all for today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel Learn French with Anubhav. And if you have any doubt or suggestion, you may write that in the comment section below. You may also like my Facebook page by the same name, Learn French with Anubhav. See you in my next video, which is most probably going to be answer key. Thanks for watching. Au revoir, n'oubliez pas que la langue française est la